So before we start, I think so every father, every parent has always said, "Beta, shadi doom dam se karega." So now I think so everyone is going to say, "Beta, shadi zoom dam se karega." So it is as we're on a Zoom call. I think so weddings will also become from what we know in terms of the numbers now. A lot of people in this past 3 months have done something called as a Zoom wedding. Uh, the virtual wedding or the virtual celebration. I mean, we are lucky that as human beings, this is one thing that will never stop. That is the wedding business. Of course, the scale has changed. It has become smaller, is what we would say. So, what we would really need to do is we would need to realign our business model to look at the small as the new big. When I say small is the new big, I would still say there are parents or there are people who want to have, a large spread. May not be a large spread. They want to accommodate a lot of people. Simple solution, as they say, if at all you wanted to do a 100 cover wedding, so you do it twice. So you do 50 covers today and you do 50 covers tomorrow. So I think so. Our catering sales teams now have to start judging with guests, saying that, sir, you want to do a 100 cover wedding, we can do it for you. So today 50, tomorrow 50. Or else we give them two rooms. So you do 50 people in this room, you do 50 people in the other room. I think that is something that would make sense in that sort of form. When we talk about India and we talk about close to 26 million people outbound, is what we look at traveling out of India. Now that's really going to stop, and lot of our chunk of our businesses that we see going out of here goes to a destination, Thailand, Phuket, it just goes away. That business I don't think is going to happen for some time. So uh, I would say the new place to look for destination weddings would be drivable distances. So say for example you're staying in Delhi, you would maybe do a wedding in Corbett, or you would do a wedding in Jaipur, because it's still drivable. You can still drive people down there, take the entire booking for 50 people, and continue with your wedding celebrations. Uh, Hotels are like Delhi is still closed, but hotels are opening in Gurgaon, and you can see that today everyone who's had his wedding either pushed back or move forward is now looking at these small segments of doing a 50 cover wedding in one room. The other day, I actually spoke to a chef, and I saw that he's done two weddings on the same day, three weddings on the same day, where he's actually used one of his restaurants to offset another 50 covers. So that is currently happening. I mean, everybody on this panel has obviously spoken about hygiene, and I think so. We guys have got an advantage here because as hoteliers, we have always followed this. It's in our DNA, and people know us to be hygienic. We've got so many standards. We got the ISO 22, we got the HACCPs to back our systems. We've got audits, and this is what people are looking at. And it is a sure assurance that today, if you go to a five-star hotel, you would get these guarantees, without any stress. That's an added advantage when you look at what actually happens at a farmhouse. You don't really know what the caterer is doing, how's the food coming. There are so many ifs and buts that are left in the minds of the guests, and I think so. We have got solutions for that straight away. When we talk about styles of service, I mean, there are various styles of service, and sit down services uh, for a small gathering of 50 is, I think so, the new normal, or a plated meal. But of course it has got its major disadvantages, and we've already seen it. So for example, it's a social gathering, so people get up from one table, go to the next table. There would be requirements of people asking for refills. The food, oh, I did not eat it, it was not hot when I ate it. So I think so, as chefs we'll have to recalibrate and understand that if it's a 50 cover event, it can actually, the type of meals that you're making would be 60, 65, 70, because you would have to send out those sort of refills again. The other solution would be, say, a micro buffet on a table, or a family style service where the cold food is already pre-placed, and then you add the remaining food in a small little loaf dish, or small bowls where that group of four people or five people, six people are serving themselves. So you're also distancing that. I think the self-service buffet, I think so, is going to be shut down for quite some time till we get a solution. But a service buffet with screen guards is something that is still manageable. I had recently seen a clip where they had actually done what happens when you don't have a service buffet against a self-service buffet, and the results were pretty good. We could also have something called as I think so, to sustain our various choices that we offer. You could do something like a flying buffet where the food is coming out on salvas, but it is primarily in an area which is demarcated. So there isn't any close contact with the guest, but the server is in a small pathway, maybe something like a fashion show. So the server is walking down that alley, and the guests then pick it up only from that style. Uh, Outdoors, when all hotels have got outdoor venues, an outdoor venue will become something which is more look forward to in all sort of weathers, because there is more space, so you can accommodate it, as I said, different blocks. The other thing that you would actually see, some of the issues that we are currently facing with people who are already doing social events is is that people are not wearing masks. They are not following the rules that are currently set. So you may need a COVID marshal over there, to actually reassure them and tell them, this is not what something you need to do. uh, as a hotel, we people have got our own vendors, and I think so. Most hotel, I mean, everybody on this panel has of course worked with a wedding planner who has got his own set of vendors. These vendors who we would have would definitely understand the requirements of what is a safety norm. So I think so, going forward, a lot of the hotels would be able to ensure that the vendors that we have coming into the hotel are actually certified by us. And the more the vendors in a social event, you would see there is more requirement of checking. There is then post the vendors working, you need to do sanitization. These are issues that you're going to face when you have a wedding event, because you need to do a floral arrangement. A vendor comes in, you need to do lighting, another vendor comes in. So vendor management in a small space would also be very, very critical, other than food. uh, some of the I was doing some research, and I came across, I read something called as a drive-through wedding. So this was done by somebody in Malaysia. So what happens is the couple is standing on a pathway, and they've done a fantastic floral arrangement, and everyone drives through, meets the couple, says hi, hello, and as they're driving out, there is a packed meal that is given to the guest. So the guest has got his food, has met the requirements of meeting the guest, and is gone. So I think that's an added advantage for us. If at all somebody's got a great driveway, you can actually set up a big wedding there, people driving through and going, and everything happening that way. The other one is of course, you can do, as I said, you can do weddings on various dates. So it actually assists that. You can reach out to people who want to do a Zoom wedding, because as you see, there's only 50. So say there is an event of a Zoom event also happening, and there are a virtual wedding happening for various other people to come. So you can actually think of doing packed food to these people as part of the celebrations that you're doing. In another revenue stream that I noticed is that quite often a wedding planner gets a pre-gift which comes to the room. Now, in the new normal, anything coming into the hotel has to be sanitized. Now, when you look at this beautiful basket with this cellophane and whatever put on it, and then you try to sanitize it, and then there are smaller packets inside, so on and so forth, and it's a big hindrance. I would say that we as hoteliers need to just look at this as another revenue stream for us to push our own business for any wedding that is coming into our system. The other thing that we would look at would be the gifts that people give away, as mithai or shagun or whatever. I think so. Those are all revenue streams that normally that is taken out of our own system, and is done by the another vendor, or is done by the planner, and so on and so forth. I think so. We need to tap into all these things to look at our type of business and sustain what we've currently got. That's what I can think of off the hat right now. Anything else? The current scenario, what I would like to say is that as a as a hotelier, when we talk about the top three USPs, one of our USPs has always been our food. There is no going away from that. Our USP is something that we guys have always had our food right. If you've got this right, I don't think there's going to be a problem in anything else. That's number one. Number two is the assurances that we give. Okay, as a hotel, as a five-star hotel, as a chain, we are known to make sure that our food is safe, our venues are safe, the entire people who are serving are safe. Once we're able to establish this, I think it's great. So, for example, uh, how do you ensure safety in an outdoor setup? So, I think so. We guys need to think differently. That now we would actually need to have you know stand up makeshift washrooms, makeshift sinks, because people need to continuously see that people are washing their hands, there is sanitization happening. That's just in terms of the visual impact. The third most important thing for our USP would be our teams should come across as highly approachable, and everybody wants this sort of business. But the facilities that we can definitely give out, for example, we have got the entire bandwidth in we've got Rajasthan, we've got Goa, we've got every destination possible for you. And the more we are able to get it together for them, that this is what we are able to offer. We got so many platforms for you to be able to spend money. And I don't think so anyone on this panel will ever say that in India people don't have money to spend. There is a lot of money out there. Wedding is a big, big, big market for us, and we just need to find new ways to, I think so, extract that money out. And we will definitely offer bigger things, better things. And the more we do it, I think so, the more money we'll make. My take about this with Rohit is that I give it as a granted. It is safe. We've been doing this since '96 was the first time we went into ISO, and so on and so forth. And so for us, it is a normal. There is nothing new in this normal. As far as the kitchen is concerned, of course, the social distancing aspect is there. Um, I don't think what Rohit was trying to say was, that the food takes a back seat in terms of flavors, or in terms of design, in terms of the way it looks. He's just trying to say maybe we need to, say that our food is still safe, or
He's
we
prioritizing.
yeah, so he's trying to prioritize it. I'm saying it's a given. My food is safe. You don't have to worry about it. And flavors is something that everyone definitely wants. He wants to make sure that his taste buds are exactly where it is. He's today wearing a mask. He's wondering whether he should take it off before he eats it. But once he sees his food, he smells his food, he starts eating it. I think so. He's going to go for it. He says, "Fine, this is an assured place. I'm going to enjoy myself. Thank you so much." So when you go back and look at healthy butter chicken, then I think so. You would have to first have the butter for breakfast. You will have to have the tomatoes for lunch, and you'll have to have the chicken for dinner. It is definitely a revenue stream. There is no two ways about it. If you go to look at some of the numbers that are actually plotted on a worldwide scale, you are looking at around currently in the market. We're talking about $70,000 million is the current market in worldwide. And when you project it to say on a and you project it to 2024, it'll touch close to $85,000 million is the market over the world. When you look at let me first try to answer what Chef Himanshu said, that the trend of takeaway is coming away and it is now dropping down. uh, I would agree with him. For that current period, it's like a little fad. Till now you were able to order out, you ordered out. Now the restaurants are opened up. You will definitely want to go and flavor those. But when you go back to the way people are today, and the way people have got jobs, they've got calls the whole day. so on and so forth. This might just about bounce back in terms of the numbers. When we look at this business model, there are two models. One is the platform model, which is like a Zomato and a Swiggy model, where the customer is delivered through these two models. The other one is, of course, the restaurant to the guest directly. So we've always been using the very simple method of, you place an order with the person over a phone, and then that order is delivered to you, and it was not really given much focus. In today's time and era, when you look at the number of people using a cell phone with any software on it, I think so. The numbers are going to actually talk, and they're actually saying that by the year 2020 right now, there are going to be about 16 crore people in India who are going to order online. That itself is a staggering amount when you look at it, and that is the type of market that we're actually playing with. Uh, when you further deep down and look into that market, 26% of that population is in the high income group and who are ready to order food. Uh, with the current COVID scenario as one of the extremes, I think so. Everyone wants to eat in his own safety and safety in his own house, and they want to enjoy that. The Taj as a company is going on live with on the 25th of July with an app called as Cumin. So we are looking at an app which would definitely deliver our best restaurants to you in at your homes. And what we're actually going to be doing is we're going to look at sustainable, it is biodegradable packing, and the entire delivery system is at a different level. So it is a delivery system that is controlled by us. It is looked after by us, and the entire model end to end is done by the hotel company, and it's launching in Bombay, and then we're now going to expand to 5 cities. In Bombay, we've got 3 hotels right now, and it's going to expand to the other Delhi and Chennai, Bangalore, and so on and so forth. Apart from this, as far as the app is concerned, we are also looking at a customer in terms of trying to get it with our loyalty program. So by September, we should be able to link both. So whatever you order on the app also gives you the ability to earn and burn, and we're going to open a gourmet shop on the app. So it just gives you a lot more to offer as a system, because currently when you look at it, your team is already there in the kitchens, they're working. We are just adding another revenue stream to with the same fixed costs, and generate more revenue is what I would say as of now.